Right. Hey, guys. It is Old Man G here, back again with many guests. JD, Hala Madrid, Yassa Syed, BD Crew, Offside Abdullahi, and we are going to be giving you, we're going to be reacting to what was a quite interesting Champions League group stage draw. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, follow us on Twitter, Unite X, smash that notification button for latest news, and get involved. And of course, if you have any questions to me or the panel, get involved in the comments. We'll be going through what you guys think as well. So let's get straight into it. Obviously the Champions League draw, as you guys can see, was done today, 5 o'clock. I didn't see Arsenal or Spurs anywhere, unfortunately. They just weren't around. Let me know who drew them. You know, I just didn't see them. But there were some very interesting matchups, and like I said, we've got quite a few people here that obviously represent different teams that are in the Champions League. So before, as a United fan, well, obviously, and we've got Yasser as a United fan. Before we get into it, I think I'm going to start with JD. JD, as a Manchester City fan, and seeing, and obviously, if I just scroll down here, because this is where your group is, you're in Group C with Porto, Manchester City, Olympiacos, and Marseille. JD is a Manchester City fan. Why do Manchester City always get good groups? You know, why do they always get good groups? What do you bribe UEFA? You know, why is it that every single time, mate, that you get it? You know, but are you happy? I presume you're happy with this draw.
First, I have to say good evening to everyone on the panel and also the viewers. My first initial thought on this one was, wow, we're pretty much lucky, and maybe this will actually help us even further on, like in the Premier League, because you have to always understand, tough matches before a Premier League game or after a Premier League game is pretty much effective. So you have to know what you're doing. So I'm saying now maybe City can actually lean on both trophies this season. So that's a very good thing. Your point now about getting the easy group, I just don't know. Maybe it's just the luck of the draw. Maybe at one point it will really get tough, and you have to keep in mind, most of the time, if we naturally get the easier groups at the start, we end up with some tough semi-finals. You have to look at that as well. You get me? So you can't just look at it that way, just one way, that we get the easy start. Maybe once we pass the easy start, we seem to struggle because we get tougher teams in the quarterfinals. Maybe not the semi-finals or final or whatever the situation is, but definitely it's a good start. And
would you have
we have to just take it.
Would you have said Lyon was a tough team, JD?
Lyon was a tough team because even Bayern Munich couldn't give them A2, and be honest, they had enough chance to win the Bayern Munich game. So they were really a dark ass team. So luckily they got that one over us, and even if Raheem Sterling finished that chance, it wouldn't be a cut and dry win. So I think City lived up to the billing. I'm not going to go overboard and state that we should have been in the finals. Sometimes things happen. You get me?
Fair enough. Okay, thanks, and we'll come back to Man City and what we expect from them in a bit. Okay, so moving on. Let's bring Yasser in. Yasser Syed.
Hey.
Manchester United.
Before you go to Yasser side, if you say United gonna finish first or you're gonna win the Champions League, I'm gonna come into that team and break your head. I'll break your head in that team.
No threats on here. We're not allowed threats on the Abdullahi. We can't allow threats on the Abdullahi. We can't allow threats.
Abdullahi, I'm shocked right now. I'm absolutely shocked. What I said.
I'm joking. Yeah. I was just playing. Go ahead.
What I said was I think we're gonna finish top of the group. But this is the thing. I had two feelings about this. I was really happy we got PSG because for me, I don't know about any other fans, but I like to play the big teams. Like I can't wait to play Chelsea. I can't wait till this Sunday to play Spurs. I can't wait to play Liverpool. I don't want to play Brighton. I want to play the big clubs. So to have PSG in our group, that means we have two games where we're playing against PSG, and I'm all excited for that. But I was pissed off when we got RP Lipstick, and I'm saying, like, this is ridiculous. Then I was like, you know what, group is ridiculous, because there was a moment in the draw when I think it was Manchester United got pulled out,
Yeah.
and we had only two possibilities: it was Porto or PSG.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, but we ended up being in the PSG group, and then Manchester City ended up being a Porto group. And I'm looking at the Manchester City group, I'm like, this is ridiculous. To be honest, if I'm being very objective, this is gonna be a tough, like, because I think the group stage are gonna be played in October, and I think something like that. I think the group stage are gonna be played in mid-October. I think October like 15th or 17th or something like that.
October 20 on the 20th.
20th. But the fixtures that Manchester United are playing from now to November, we have Spurs this weekend. Then then we play Newcastle. Then we play Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton. So the thing is, there's a good chance we might have PSG or RB Leipzig in between Arsenal and Everton. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if Manchester United ended up finishing first or second in this group, then I just want all the Ollie haters to kind of be quiet for a little bit, because this I don't care what anyone says. This is the toughest group in the Champions League. Period. There's no group, in my opinion, that's tougher than this group. And if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes out convincingly out of this group, then come on, people got to give him credit for that. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm not one of those people that are going to be scared. No, we're Manchester United. We're going to be up for it. So yeah, we're going to give it a go.
Cool. Okay. Thanks for that, Yassir. Right. So I'll just for anyone who obviously was been living on the rock during the Champions League draw, Manchester United are in Group H with PSG, Leipzig, and Istanbul. Başakşehir. Did I pronounce that right? Like the squad. If you look at the squad, like one of the things I like about this graphic is you can actually see the squad value like right next to the team. So like, but Başakşehir's team is like they're like 78 million. Their total squad value is 78 million. PSG's total squad value is 784. So like literally like the Turkish team has like 10% equivalent to PSG. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's interesting fact. You can see which squad is the most expensive. And PSG well, fun enough, Manchester United is actually the most expensive. Actually, we've got 800, PSG 784, Barcelona 925 euros, Juve 623. It was also expensive. Real Madrid 877, and Inter and Bayern. You know, so I just thought it was an interesting fact, really. But anyway, let me move on. I'll bring Hala Madrid in a second. Offside. If you can hear me as a Chelsea fan.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes. As a Chelsea fan, are you happy with your well, quite frankly, I mean, can you answer this question for me actually offside, please? Who is Krasnodar? Do you know who Krasnodar are? You know, are you I thought there were you know, some from a DC comic or something. So like, are you happy with this draw? You know these teams? What's going on?
Hello, yeah. Hi guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Well, one thing is to be in a group with big sides, you know, well-known sides. Another thing is to be in a group with the lesser sides. And you know, we fans, we tend to celebrate when we're in groups with smaller teams, like Chelsea currently, smaller teams in quotes, like Chelsea has found themselves in this time around. But the problem with this is you're not exactly sure how to face them. Right, and Krasnodar, they are a Russian side, from the Russian Premier League side. Personally, as a fan, I can't claim to know the way they play or the stuff they're made of. The name is new to me. So what it obviously means is that they're not a Champions League regular. And the question now is, would Frank, you know, Chelsea fans will tell you, yeah, there are times we don't understand his selections and, you know, stuff. The question now is, would Frank know how to face them? Would he just go to face them as, you know, a small side? You remember last season in the Champions League, Chelsea was generally expected to, you know, comfortably top the group. But until the last day, match day. I think match day 6. Yes, it was until match day 6 that Chelsea qualified for the next round. We had Ajax in the group, we had Lille and Valencia in the group. Yet we struggled to qualify. So with these smaller teams, Sevilla, of course, is a Spanish side. I don't think Chelsea has met Sevilla in the Champions League. I think this will be the first time. So I don't exactly know how that particular game will go. But obviously, in the past, facing Spanish side has never been an easy one for Chelsea. So on paper, based on the squad we have, the quality of players, the amount of money that was splashed in this transfer window. Normally, it would be easy to say Chelsea will claim 18 points from this game. But then again, those lesser sides are teams that you can underestimate, and then they go in without having anything to lose. They are on that big stage and they are ready to do well. Rennes, for example, they had a brilliant season. I think they finished the league in I think in 4th place in Ligue 1. And this season they started well again. I think the last game they played was against Lens in the French Ligue 1, and they won away at Lens 3-0. Lens, of course, defeated PSG. Lens got promoted and defeated PSG match on the first day of the season. Yet these guys went to their home and defeated them convincingly. They've been doing well so far. I think they're around the Champions League places currently in the Ligue 1. So obviously they're not a small side. We can go to France and they just defeat us as we saw against Ajax, as we saw in the Champions League last season. With in quotes lesser sides. So I'm not even though I'm excited. In quotes smaller teams, but you just never know. The side that will upset the cards. I'm cautious, basically.
Fair enough. So cautiously optimistic. Will that be reasonable, side?
To be optimistic.
You expect Chelsea to qualify from this group,
Absolutely.
but you want to be cautious about it.
Yeah. The normal thing is you expect Chelsea to qualify from the group, but that, as I said, it's on paper. It boils down to a number of things. It boils down to the players that will be fit at the end of the day. It boils down to Lampard's tactics. I'm not exactly sure if Lampard knows how to field his side against smaller teams, because you tend to see them struggling against bigger teams. Generally, you see Chelsea compete against bigger teams, maybe against Liverpool or Man City, even if at the end of the day they somehow maybe lose the game, but you see them compete. But against lesser teams, it seems like Lampard does not exactly know how to tweak things. Teams, if it's a team that ends up playing with a low block or being defensive and all that, I'm not exactly sure if Lampard knows how to field his side, organize his side to do the right thing. That's the big question mark for me.
Fair enough. Okay, so just quickly, just a few comments here, actually. Tactical manager, who's a United fan, says, Manchester United got screwed. He should not be happy with this group. I assume he is speaking to Ollie. Don Ragnar also says, Ollie will be smiling a lot through these Champions League group games. He's going to get scored hard on tactical application. Well, we'll see. He's played Thomas Tuchel once, and everyone know how that ended up. So you never know. That's the thing about the Champions League. Everyone expected City to beat Lyon, and look what happened. And I'm sure no one anticipated 8-2 against Bayern. So it is what it is. Let me just bring in BD Core here. BD Core obviously is a Dortmund fan. I'm sorry. Let me just exit you for a second, just to go back to the. Yeah, here we go. So Dortmund, to be honest, I mean, Zenit, who were obviously the first seed, Dortmund, Lazio, Club Brugge. BD Core, seems like you've got quite a big smile on your face. Would it be reasonable to say that you're happy with this draw and you're confident that Dortmund will go through and that you have no real concerns? Or do you think that Lazio, for example, or even, Zenit might cause you some problems?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on, BD.
Oh, yeah. When I saw it, I thought it's a pretty even group. I think Lazio will give us a tough time. I think away at Lazio is a tough ground to play in. I think we will lose in the away games, but I think we're gonna win in the home games. I would say that would be Club Brugge both two times. I think we'll beat them. I think we're gonna go through comfortably. I can see us going through comfortably. I think this group for me, we didn't really get like a big how you might call it. We didn't really get like a big team such as a PSG or something like that. But we got teams that are I would say fairly even Champions League night teams. Who you should be able to. I'm not saying that they're not good, but you should be able to at least try to get the result and pull these results in. So yeah, for me personally, I think we probably might go through.
Okay, thanks for that, BD Call. I'm gonna just bring in Hala Madrid in. We've got another Madrid fan, but his connection issues. So actually, before I actually bring him, so Real Madrid obviously, Real Madrid got drawn in Group B with Shakhtar, Inter, and Gladbach. So not necessarily as easy as you'd think. Hala Madrid. What are your thoughts on? Do you think this? You confident that Real Madrid can get through this, or is this actually a bit trickier than you think? Oh, Hala Madrid, you there? You there? Okay, right. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, Abdullahi.
Yep.
Abdullahi is a Chelsea fan. What are your thoughts on the group? Would you think okay? Chelsea got this?
It's tough. Like what Offside said, it's tough because if you look at the way Chelsea have been playing against smaller teams, we tend to collapse. I don't know if it is the player mentality or Frank Lampard himself, but okay. I would say something. This should be like we should win this. Like we have no excuse, because this is Chelsea. We've been in the Champions League for many years now. The experience is there. Apart from Sevilla, Rennes, and then what's their name? I think this is my first time of hearing their name before. Hearing their name before. So I think the only thing that can kind of give us issues are, let me say, Sevilla, in the way the Sevilla plays, and also maybe Rennes because of their form and everything. But we shouldn't win this because I don't want to see any excuse. We should win this. No excuse. Because if you look at what in that group, our experience in that group is far better than them, Sevilla, Rennes, and them. What's called Krasnodar. So this should be a very comfortable win for us. But the but is we have to be very cautious in the Champions League because the way Chelsea play against big team, I have no issues with Chelsea because we know we may not win that match, but we will compete. But against small team, we tend to kind of flop. West Brom, number one issue. So that's my worry. Southampton, Crystal Palace, those teams. How do we sort up against them, against those mid-block teams? How do we beat them? I've never even watched Krasnodar play. Maybe I've watched a little bit of Sevilla because they play like a pressing football, open football, which is going to be an advantage for us. With the lack of Pulisic, Ziyech, Kai Havertz, this kind of player, they will have more spaces. But what of Krasnodar? What of Rennes? How do they play? Do we even know the way they play? It's difficult to kind of predict how this team going to play. So we have to just wait and see. But we should win this. Like I said, we should win this comfortably. We should.
Okay, fair enough, Abdullahi. Thank you for those 2 cents. So apologies, there were going to be Liverpool fans on here, but Liverpool are playing Arsenal right now, so I anticipate a lot of people will be watching that, and certainly Liverpool fans that were going to come on, we're going to. So, but I'm still probably waiting for Hala Madrid and suspect to Real Madrid to give their say. So while I wait for those guys to turn up, we've obviously been through what everyone's expectations are for their individual teams going forward. Now I thought it'd just be good to just chat on some of the key interesting matchups, maybe dramas, before we go into like before we go through who you actually think is going to win the competition. So I think the first thing to start is going to be the big one. I think is a big one is in Group G. It's not a group of death because I think the Juventus and Barcelona are going to go for it. They've got enough to beat Dynamo Kiev and Ferencvaros. I don't know how you. I'm sorry. No.
Is Ferencvaros.
I think they are literally. I think the team that has the.
Even Chelsea goalkeeper Mendy is more expensive than their whole squad.
Exactly, the whole squad is 24 million euros. That's insane. That is absolutely the most expensive. Actually, the most expensive squad in the Champions League looks like it's Barcelona, 925 million, and they get battered 8-2. I don't understand that. Chelsea actually a close second on 903 million. So we're going to talk about that. Then what your expectations are of that. But anyway, going back on topic, Juventus Barcelona. Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo.
El Clasico 2.1. El Clasico.
Exactly. They're in teams that are obviously struggling a bit. Hallam just says a lot of connection points. So no, don't worry about it, man. Just post your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll read them out as Real Madrid fans. So just let me know, Hallo, as a Real Madrid fan, what your thoughts and your feelings on this draw. So yeah, just going to you guys, JD, Biduko, and Abdullahi, and whoever else. Cristiano versus Messi. Who do you think, based on obviously not just them but the team, who do you think wins this? Given the teams they have, obviously, who do you think comes out on top? JD, why don't you start? Or do you
All right. I would go with Barcelona. Obviously, they had their issues, but definitely because they sign key players. I strongly believe that Dest coming into this squad will really uplift them, and the strategy that Koeman going with, I think it's actually working. At first, I thought that Messi playing there would actually stall the team a little bit, but because he's playing in a particular way in which he's not using speed, he's just dropping back to the pack and let the wingers roam, and that's why you saw Ansu Fati and all of those guys really flourishing, because he's being unselfish, because obviously he wants to get out there. So I think maybe it will be a time that Barcelona players starts to shine, and that will be very much dangerous because they don't have the threat from only Messi. You have it coming all around the team, and now you have the younger talents using their legs, something that they lacked in the semi-finals or whatever they played against Bayern Munich. I don't even class that something, but whatever the situation is, quarterfinals, I think. So that's why I'm giving the edge to Barcelona rather than the aging Juventus team with lack managers talent, to be fair. Even though I like Pirlo, and I'm saying that he will use his experience to get over the line in certain matches, I don't think it's going to be effective in Champions League games. Maybe the next 2 games, but not the Barcelona one.
Okay. Before I get to BD Core, because I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, BD Core. Abdullahi, Juventus, Barcelona. Who comes out on top here? Who comes out on top, Messi or Ronaldo?
Like you guys all know, I'm a Ronaldo fanboy. Like, I'm a Ronaldo. I love Cristiano Ronaldo a lot. But when we analyze where we say the Barcelona squad and the what's called the Juventus squad, yeah, Juventus may not have the best fit in with Barcelona, but they have something. They have experience in the back. Giorgio Chiellini and Bonucci, they can die in terms of Champions League. They can die in that field as long as it's 1-0. They can kill themselves in that. So you want to tell me Piqué and the what's called Longley can give you maximum 100% of what Bonucci and Chiellini is gonna give you? That's a no for me. No for me. So in terms of that experience, I think I'm gonna give it to Juventus because they have a very good an experienced defender who literally know what is meant to play in Champions League. I'm not saying Barcelona are not good, but Barcelona are good. They are very good. But what Juventus need to be worried about is they need to be careful about the wing. Their wingers of Barcelona, Ansu Fati Griezmann, Felipe Coutinho, they've kind of rejuvenated a lot. And Lionel Messi too, he has a point to prove in Champions League. He has a real point. After the debacle, I want to leave Barcelona. I want to do this. So he has a point to prove and show all the world that yes, he can still do it. But the problem Barcelona is gonna face is every time Ronaldo faces Barcelona, he has always turned up. I've never seen a match in a Clasico in which Ronaldo has not turned up against Barcelona. He knows how to score against them. One chance is game over for them. He completely knows how to score. And now it's not even a winger. He's an out and out number 9. He knows how to score from anywhere. So that's what Barcelona.
Ooh, Abdullahi, your connection's gone. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You can hear you now. Go on.
Okay. I said their midfield may not be good, but when you talk about the goal scoring, Ronaldo is there. He will always come. He will always show up and show himself as a good player. So I will give the head to Juventus just because they have a potent out and out number 9 in Cristiano Ronaldo. He always turns up in Champions League. That's what we need to. It may be break in Serie A, but in Champions League you cannot write Ronaldo off. You cannot even write him off because he will always be the one to rescue them, and it's very good. So I'm gonna give it to Juventus for me. For me.
Okay. BD Core. Juventus versus Barcelona. Messi versus Ronaldo. Who comes out on top? BD Core. Given obviously the teams that they're involved, who comes out on top? Who comes out on top? BD Core.
I think Juventus have a better squad than Barcelona. I think we'll be very, very shocked that these 2 encounters that Barcelona play against Juventus, that Juventus win basically both games, because I can see Juventus getting 3 points in both games, actually. They're in a much... And I asked this question before, who's in a better state, Juventus or Barcelona? And I think Juventus is. Like, they're not that far away from winning a Champions League. They just need to fix 2 or 3 problems in their team, and they can do something. Pirlo's playing really well with this Juventus team. I'm very shocked how people are downplaying him as a manager, because I actually think the football he's playing is absolutely amazing. And I'm still shocked how I'm still shocked how people are just writing this Juventus team off. You know, I actually think it can work in their favor how people are just writing them off, because anything can happen in football. Like, the Champions League is for like teams who, are getting written off, who have a lot of luck, and they have a really good defensive back line. So I think Juventus will beat Barcelona in both games. I'm going to say Ronaldo gets the best out of both of them, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I think we're going to... I think it was a question of wait and see with that. Just 1 or 2 more matches before I just go into like who you guys think will win it, and we'll sort of wrap up. Let me get this up. Okay, so here's another interesting one: Suarez versus Bayern. So obviously Suarez.
My Lord in heaven. Bayern Munich should be very angry not to play Atletico Madrid. They are the most, for me, they are the most dirtiest team in that Champions League. My Lord in heaven, including the Suarez. Oh my God, no. Yeah. Bayern Munich will not pray to play Atletico. They will never pray to play them. They are the defending champion. No. They won't.
But you still expect that Bayern Munich should be able to top this group.
I expect them to top this group, but Bayern Munich play high line. When you play high line, it's a criminal. Look at when they play Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim should have beaten Bayern Munich like 7-8-1, not even closer, because they are too open. And when you are open with someone who wants to put a point with Luis Suarez, he has a point to prove in the Champions League. He left Barcelona, so he has a point to prove. And you are playing high line against those teams. My Lord in heaven.
So
you are bringing yourself to lose.
Draco says, agree with the Juve comments. They're more stable, whereas Barca are rebuilding. I don't think Barca will do much this season. On Hala Madrid, get your comments about how you think Real Madrid are going to work, by the way, as well. Let me know. But yeah, so going up the line. Sorry.
What I'm saying is I'm still gonna put Bayern Munich as an hedge, but playing against Atletico Madrid, Bayern does. But I'm very sure Hansi Flick doesn't want to play. It's not gonna be happy with that team because when you look at Bayern Munich, when you look at them Atletico, people may say they are crap. They knocked out Liverpool. If you remember, they knocked out Liverpool, excluding Suarez. Now you have Suarez who can score goals anywhere. Is a very good number 9 who can score goals. So are you gonna be telling me with that high line in which Bayern Munich play, Alphonso Davies, Alaba, this kind of they are very slow, and you have Suarez as your number 9. You're already selling out yourself as a lose. So for me, Bayern Munich have the hedge, but now Atletico is a dirtiest game for them to play. Their first match and it's a dirtiest game for them. If they have to lose a match, it could be Atletico. It could be Atletico. If they have to lose a match, it could be because no team, Man City can't even pray to play Atletico. Liverpool, they cannot pray to play Atletico. Even PSG United, being a Chelsea, I don't want to play Atletico. I don't want to play them because of Diego Simeone. That man is a tactic. He knows how to. He will tell his team, don't attack, just defend for 90 minutes, and it's game over for us. That's it.
Except Leipzig, who he got scored by last season.
Exactly. Except how Hezbollah big. But other teams, like, it's tough. It's really tough. I will be happy if they play Man City. I want to see how Guardiola is gonna outshine Diego Simeone because I'm happy now. It's playing Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich player line. I'm gonna keep my eye on that match. Like, let me see how as a Flick is gonna outshine what's called Diego Simeone. I will be happy if they play Man City with that defense. I'm saying if they play Man City, I want to see how Guardiola is gonna outshine because I think Guardiola doesn't have a plan B. He's gonna go with a plan A. So, but playing Bayern Munich now is an high line. So now you are playing a team who will defend and play on the counter. Who's gonna kill you? So now let's see how good and people will get answer. Let's see how good he is and as a Flick how good he is because I kind of rate him because of how he took over last season for Bayern Munich around the December period. Now let's see how good they can be with Diego Simeone team.
Fair enough, Abdullahi. Just before I get suspect dreaming, just from another fellow Madrid, Hala Madrid, hashtag Perez out. Madrid will top the group, but don't be surprised if Conte bottles it and Inter don't make it out of the group. I think that is an unreasonable theory. Suspect dream, who I know is a real fan. What are your thoughts on Real Madrid's group? Easy? You expect them to top the group, or will it be a bit tricky?
Oh yeah, I mean, I expect them to top the group, obviously. But while I was watching the draw live, I mean, I felt like initially when the pot 2 was finished, when we got shocked, then it was like, I mean, we're getting an easy group in it. But after that, when we got Inter Milan, and I was like, okay. I mean, the thing is that I'm not going to entirely believe it's going to be easy. But at the same time, I do genuinely believe that Real Madrid is can top the group. I know we are not in the best form right now. We still have a long way to go before we gain that dominance. But yeah, there's a long way to go for sure. But as far as topping the group is concerned, yeah, I think it's easy. Yeah.
So I guess maybe one question. One question going into this, looking at the group. You've also got Shakhtar, Inter, and Gladbach.
Yeah.
Do you think that the key, I guess, game I would see, although I don't think people should underestimate Shakhtar or Gladbach. But obviously, the key is the Inter game here. Do you think, and this is the question, do you think someone like Lukaku, all the Inter players, do you think they will trouble Madrid's defense?
Nah, I don't think so. I feel like we away from home, especially, I think we might be lacking the guns and the firepower to have goals and stuff, but to score goals. But as far as defense is concerned, I think we're always rock solid. And in the earlier parts of the Champions League, it doesn't really concern me. All I feel is that in the last 2 years we've been finishing second, and round of 16 hasn't been that easy. Hopefully this time around, I feel like having the best quality in this group, Yeah, I mean, I feel like this time we'll top the group and actually stand a chance this time at progressing past the round of 16, which hasn't been able to happen like in the past 2 years. But yeah.
Fair enough, Chief. I'm just going to quickly shout out to Draco Evolve. Thank you so much for this super chat. Much love, G, doing a fantastic job and inspiration to a lot of the small United fan channels out there, properly run channel with fantastic attitude. I really appreciate that, to be honest. So, because it's not easy to run a small YouTube channel, especially when there's so much out there. It can be very, very discouraging. Lack of views, lack of subs, lack of engagement. But sometimes, so I was speaking to even Suspect Dream earlier today with the success that he had with his stream and getting people to watch it. You just have to just keep on going, So just keep on doing what you're doing as long as you like what you're doing, and as long as you're able to, in my opinion, help other people if you can, and people are engaged and watch it and get involved, then fingers crossed, things get better. You know what I mean? So, but thank you so much, Draco. Really, and for those who are watching, guys, Draco Evolve, good friend of mine, another United YouTuber, but does other things as well. Please head over to his channel. It's Draco Evolve, literally Draco Evolve. As you can see it there, head over to him, subscribe to his channel, and show him some much needed love. Really, really appreciate it. Telba says, I know Telba's been around. Polish football is lame, so I came to talk about the Champions League. I know you love Lewandowski, Telba. I know, Telba, if you're listening, I want you to let me know, was Lewandowski robbed of the Ballon d'Or this year? See, I haven't been here for a while. Let me know if you think Lewandowski was robbed the Ballon d'Or this year. Let me know. And then just last comment, sorry. How Madrid will talk. Oh yeah, I've read that. Sorry, I've read that. Where was I? Okay, so quickly going back to I thought was the penultimate topic. Sorry, which was Suarez versus Bayern. JD, we heard from Abdullah. JD, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Luis Suarez can make an impact against Bayern Munich?
Yes, I strongly believe so, because he did made an impact from Barcelona. He was one of the only individual that made an impact in that match for Barcelona. But now he's on a better equipped defensive team that will play a low block easily. So with a team that advance up the pitch, I think Atletico would relish that opportunity. You saw what they did against Liverpool. They will do a similar thing like that. And keep in mind, Liverpool team at that time was a little bit faster than that Bayern Munich team. Added Sane to it, you could say, yes, I think this Bayern team is kind of a little bit more speedy up top. But I think it's going to be a very tricky one. I am not even sure which one of these guys will actually win the group, to be fair, because Atletico will give Bayern a hard time. Maybe it will come down to goal difference.
Fine. Okay, fair enough. B Core, do you have your thoughts on Suarez versus Bayern?
Hello?
You there, BD Core?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you. Can hear you. Suarez Bayern.
Yeah, I actually think Atletico are the favorites
Okay.
for the Champions League.
What?
They're one of the
No,
favorites.
no, favorite. No, we have Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has favorite for me.
I think Atletico are, yeah, I think Atletico is one of the favorites. There's some other favorites there that I also would mention, but me personally, yeah, I think Atletico has to be one of the favorites. Everything just, yeah, go ahead.
We'll get to who you think your favorites are in a second. So, but I guess my specific question in this is: do you think that Suarez will turn up against Bayern for Atletico?
Of course, man. My goodness, like, we were all around Bayern yesterday. Like, I don't know if you watched that game yesterday, but if Suarez gets like maybe 4 or 5 of those kind of chances, like, he can punish these guys. Like, Bayern, I'm not saying Bayern is not that good, but they were better last season because they had like that kind of depth. They had Coutinho, they had Perisic and so forth. How would I say this? This season it's not like that. This season it's like they have a good first team, which is good, but they just don't have the depth in order to rotate players. You know, Cousins is a guy who I don't know how to say he's young and I understand, but it's not a player that Hansi Flick is gonna bring in to put in, you know, and play him as a give him some game time. Same thing goes for these players like Watson and Sule and all these. I'm sorry, Sule and Tolisso. Tolisso, he doesn't want to really play him, but he has really no choice. You know what I'm trying to say? So people can read into that and they can read in that, oh, Bayern don't have the depth in order to, let's say, play against these big teams now. But you're looking at Atletico right now, they have that depth, they have that first team. You understand what I'm trying to say? In order to compete with Bayern, you know. And I like what Abdullahi said, the high line. I think the high line is what is going to be their huge problem in the Champions League this season. I've not seen a man. He's so, oh my goodness, like he is so like, I have to play the high line. I have to play the high line. I have to play the high line. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, he's got a Champions League, so he can do whatever he wants.
He has a Champions League, but there's gonna be times when in the the Champions League, right? You're gonna have to adapt. If Atletico drop deep, right, and they just keep playing on the counter attack, right, and when they keep on playing on that counter attack, they're going to punish you. You understand what I'm trying to say? That is what happened in that Super Cup when they played against Sevilla. You see how Sevilla was dropping deep. They weren't playing a high line. But every single time they had a counter attack, they made sure that they made use of their chances. And that's the same thing with Atletico. They're gonna do the same thing. So if he's not tactical enough, and if he doesn't drop deep and tell the players to drop deep a little bit, he's gonna cause a whole lot of problems for them, you know. And another thing I want to say is the weak point is their fullbacks. Look at Atletico. Atletico have Kieran Trippier. They have Renan Lodi. They have those two guys. Those two guys can bomb up the pitch and they have some really good deliveries inside the box. So that is in itself, that's gonna cause a lot of problems. Like Pavard and this Lucas Hernandez guy, they're not really good in those kind of fullback areas. Like to be honest, don't be surprised if Atletico beats Bayern. To be honest, because like I can actually see Atletico leading this group and the Champions League favorites to me. So yeah.
Fair enough. I'm just going to quickly just a few questions before I get to Draco's question. Hanif says, I hope United can pass through group stage for Ollie. Don't make the same mistake getting knocked out at a semi-final again. Well, to be honest, I think as Draco even said, if we got to the semi-finals of the Champions League, that'd be a great achievement, in my opinion. Hala Madrid says you need pace to beat Bayern. And Draco says,
I agree. That's true.
No expectation in the Champions League at the moment. That's fair enough. Drake also has a question to the panel. Got a question for you, gents. If PSG fail to win the Champions League this year, do you guys think either Neymar or Mbappe will move on? Jay, did you want to take that first?
I would say 100%. I strongly believe even if they do win the Champions League, he's going to leave. Not Neymar, but Mbappe. I just believe that Mbappe sees himself elsewhere, just to evolve a little bit more. And I strongly believe that PSG just won't give him, because the problem with Mbappe, he wants to be one of the best footballers in the world. And in order to achieve that, you have to be good in a good league, a competitive league, not just the Champions League. So he wants to always be talked about for the entire year, not just on European nights. And I strongly believe that he's going to leave regardless of the situation. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my stance on it. Neymar is just anywhere the cash is and anywhere he can be flamboyant. He's okay with that. He doesn't really care much about football.
He doesn't care much about football. Yeah, it's like football is his hobby. What do you think, Abdullahi? If
For
PSG
me,
don't win the Champions League, do either of those guys go? Move on?
I think, like what JD said, I think Kylian Mbappe will go. It will mostly go to Real Madrid.
Okay.
I can guarantee that it will mostly go to, because Madrid they need a new Galacticos. People are saying Liverpool. I can put my chest out and say it.
Well, they might prefer like Erling Haaland instead, for example.
Real Madrid, yeah, I know, but I can put my chest out and Liverpool they're not gonna get Kylian Mbappe. I can say it anyway. Liverpool, they have to sell Salah or Mane. Do you know how much Mbappe costs? Mbappe is almost 250. I can bet anything.
Oh no, but
Liverpool will not pay 250.
The thing with Mbappe is that from what I understand, his contract expires the end of next year. So
yes,
if
and PSG are demanding 250 for Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, I know.
They are demanding 250.
But he hasn't signed. I think the big thing with Mbappe is that he hasn't signed a new contract. So if he doesn't sign a new contract and he just lets his contract run down, then that's the thing. So he's going to his final year. If he just allows his contract to run down, he'll essentially go away for free. So obviously PSG will want that. It's always difficult when you go into your final year of your contract as a new player, because as a club you want to make money from him. Yep. If it's too high, so PSG may want 200 million for him, or go, well, no one's going to pay for that. So if Mbappe really does want to leave, he'll end up leaving for free at the end of the season.
That's why I said it depends on Kylian Mbappe's ambition, because as a player you have to have ambition to win something. He hasn't won the Champions League. That is the main issue with Kylian Mbappe. But PSG will not want to sell him on free. They want to let him either he goes to Real Madrid or somewhere else. He has to live with the money. PSG will not. They don't want to lose money because they know how much they bought him. So they don't want to lose money. I know why Liverpool are happy that we may get him on free because of this, because of that. I completely understand. But with the level of Kylian Mbappe, you cannot put him on the bench. You cannot. When you have Salah, you have Mane, you cannot put Kylian Mbappe on the bench. So I think for me, the best place for Mbappe to go is Real Madrid for me. Madrid. Because with the form Eden Hazard is at the moment, I think that guy needs to go to one team and just go and he needs to get himself out. He's been getting injured. I don't even understand this injury problem of him. I do not understand. He keeps getting injured every season. I don't know. Someone needs to tell me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe too many burgers. Too many. I don't know. Like when he was in Chelsea, he was consistent for 7 years. 7 consecutive years. He been consistent for Chelsea. When he went to,
are you talking about Hazard?
Yes. I don't know what exactly is going on with Hazard. Maybe he's not concentrating. I don't even know what is going on. They need a new. Madrid need a new Galacticos. They need someone of like when they have Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, those kind of players. They need a Galacticos, someone like Enlaland that can be the striker. Benzema is good, but I don't really thought. Not really that much. They need a potent number 9, someone that can come in from the middle and score goals. And you need a pace in your team like Kylian Mbappe, someone that can give opposition a problem. That's what I'm saying. When yesterday was saying, I was like, I'm not writing PSG off, but PSG want to prove a point against United, like what they did to them 2 years or 3 years ago. They have to put. They'll have to come into Champions League and prove a point. So with
United. So I just got one more thing to talk about.
No worries. So for me, I think I'm gonna say like Mbappe is gonna leave before Neymar leave. Mbappe, but Neymar may go to Barcelona. You never know. But Mbappe will leave though. Will leave first before Neymar go.
Hala Madrid says a 28-year-old has over 100 million with a year left. I think Mbappe, of course, 150 to 170. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but however, the issue is that because of this sort of pandemic, I anticipate the prices are not going to be as high, and I don't anticipate that, especially the amount of money that players, that clubs are going to lose over the course of the season. I just don't think you're going to see clubs that spend that amount of money. And Real Madrid have shown this. I mean, who have Real Madrid actually really bought this summer? Have they bought anybody in the summer transfer over like even 50 million? I can't think.
No, they haven't bought anybody.
Yeah, you know, so Barcelona likewise. So I would be very, very surprised, especially given that we still seem to be in this situation, that Real Madrid would decide next summer, you know what, we're going to spend 150, 170 million on Kylian Mbappe. They always get rumored to be spending that amount of money, but I don't think any club this transfer window has spent over 100 million. United probably might be the only club to do so. with Sancho if that happens. And
Maybe
speaking of United,
Chelsea with Havertz.
Havertz, yeah, I guess a structured loan deal, yeah. Speaking of United, penultimate before we go into who you guys think are going to win the Champions League, Mbappe versus Rashford. Yassir is not here, which is a bit of a shame. But just quick thoughts, guys. Do you like United? Obviously, got screwed over badly in the straw. Do you think that? But at the same time, when Rashford and Mbappe met last time, you know, United and Rashford were the victors.
But you remember there was no Neymar.
There was no Neymar. There was no Neymar. You're absolutely right.
Now,
Neymar, but
there's fit Neymar.
But let's be real, Abdullahi. Let's be real. Yes, there was no Neymar, but United were playing with Chong and Fred and McTominay.
I know.
It's yes, the PSG still had the quality in that team to beat United, and they didn't. So
yeah.
So, but how do you guys see, honestly speaking, this sort of going down? Do you think this is just going to be a PSG masterclass whitewash, or do you think that maybe Oli and Rashford might have something in store for Mbappe and co like last time?
Okay, you want me to go first or someone?
I'll start with because BD hasn't spoken a while. BD Core. Yeah, we can hear you. Go on, BD.
Yeah. I think PSG will win. I think PSG are favorites. They're one of the favorites for Champions League too. So don't be shocked if they win this game. They got Florenzi, who's a good bargain signing. But yeah, PSG is gonna win. I feel sorry for United. I feel sorry for United fans.
Why is that? Why is that?
Yeah.
Cool. Why is that?
Well, I think you guys have a similar version of Favre, a manager that's a similar version of like Favre, basically. He's just not experienced. He's not the man. He's not the right man to win United a trophy. It showed in the Europa League semis, and yeah, I just feel sorry for United. I think they deserve better. The club that they are, they need to at least get a better coach and a better manager. So that's what I think. I also think Dortmund do deserve a better manager, but you guys, I actually think Mourinho was better than Solskjaer. United have no chance against PSG. That's how I see it.
Just like last time, they had no chance. I get you.
No. I didn't say no. Listen,
like last
time. No. Listen. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you guys don't have. You have a chance, but it's more likely going to lead to a PSG beating. That's how I see it. So yeah, that's for me. I'm sorry, but PSG is in a much better state than United at the moment. Better team, favorites for the Champions League. Possibly could even win it this season. You never know. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
So I'm going to quickly get through these comments. Hala Madrid says a 9 is not Madrid's problem. It's goals from the wingers because obviously Hazard. Draco, shout out to my bro again. I think Mbappe will be Barca bound next year. Next year's the elections. The new president might make a case and could get him cheaper to contract expire, possibly. But Barcelona are completely broke, and Messi, if he doesn't renew his contract, is going to leave for free. So they're going to.
I have a question, bro.
Before let me quickly finish reading these, but I'll get to BD Call.
Okay.
So, Mr. Hanef Sugar says, which one is better, Cavani free or Luka Jovic? Luka Jovic loan, I think, with the option to buy or take, because Cavani, I see JD's maybe shaking his head. The main issue with Cavani, for two issues really, is not his qualities. That one, he's his injury record in recent years has not been great, and two, the amount of money he would demand, as has been leaked. But three, he's not been playing football or training because he's a free agent. So he's going to actually be. It's going to take him time to get back to match fitness, especially in the physical Premier League. because he's not got a club right now, you know. So who's he trading? How's he getting fit? So I think that might be an issue. And take care, Draco. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your dinner, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. And then lastly, Nasser, you got BD Core on. I did Nasser. If you want to come on as well, regarding Man City, you know, by all means, or get your thoughts in Nasser. Who was it? Was someone asked a question? Oh, BD Core, you're going to ask a question. Go on.
I was saying, don't you think if PSG wins the CL, Mbappe stays in PSG?
But PSG aren't going to win the Champions League.
They are. They literally can.
I'll say that now. PSG aren't going to win the Champions League.
No, but they can.
Video. If you want to clip the video, BD Core, you can. PSG aren't winning the Champions League.
No. Listen. They literally can.
They can. They
know
can.
Why? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay. Literally, right? They've kept.
Who's their centre back pairing, by the way? Now.
It's Kimpembe and I believe Marquinhos or something like. Is it Marquinhos? Yeah. Marquinhos, yeah.
Okay.
But they can, because you know what I'm saying, they can, because they've kept all their players. They've only lost one of their star players. But if you look at it, they've really kept all their star players, and they've added a guy who I consider is world class, Florenzi. You see, so they can actually win it. If they don't meet a side like Bayern in the Champions League, I think they're going to win the Champions League. And I think that could change Mbappe's mind and consider him to stay. That's how I see it.
We'll see. We will definitely see. JD, you were shaking your head, I think, about the Cavani Jovic thing. What are your thoughts? Were you in disagreement there?
No. With Jovic, I would say he's a good talent coming in because of his age. But when you look at these Zlatan coming into the Premier League, Personal said the same. He's coming from PSG just the same. You understand? And he came in and made the league look like a mockery. So I don't believe that. Cavani is a clinical striker. It doesn't matter how long he's out, he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. And United don't have nobody in the same class as him, even without him training. Believe me, it's not normal. But what I wanted to talk about, it's your group, because I did a video on this separate, because I wanted to really talk about that group. Yeah, but PSG I have as the winner on this one, and then I have Leipzig in second. And I am tipping United to come third and go back into the Europa League. So I guess you're going to join that. And Istanbul Basaksehir, I think they are going to give Manchester United trouble as well, because they are a very good compact team. Don't just write them off because you don't know their name.
No.
So
This is good because if there's one thing that I've seen of this United team in a while back, is that United
flourish under pressure.
Yes, exactly. So when we're seeing,
I know you're going to go. I was prepared for that as well, but I'm telling you,
all of last season, like literally especially in the Premier League, when we faced against Chelsea, against City, even against Liverpool, Old Trafford, you know. So there was always this idea of United. You know, I don't expect anything on you're going to sort. PSG likewise, they're going to get slapped. So when we are not seen as the favourites to dominate, and that's just true just in general, when we struggle against the low block Brighton.
Yes, but I like to make all of those stories to make it look good. But listen to me, that time when they played PSG, they didn't have nothing to play for in the league. That's one. That's very important. Now they are under fire because now it's seasons and seasons in the Premier League for Ole now. So he has no excuse. He has to make the top four. And that's what I said before. When you have a target in two competitions, it makes it even more difficult. Now you have to pick and choose players, and Manchester United doesn't have much depth. So you have to, just as though you're finding excuses, those are valid points that will definitely combat your argument.
K-Side says Rashford is ready, guys. Time to destroy this fallen Mbappe. That's what the case.
No, but
I read it.
I don't think most individuals watch that game. Mbappe was the best player in the field in both games.
Did he score?
I agree.
It doesn't matter if he did. No. Don't use that double standard on me, because I heard people tell me that Neymar was the best player on the pitch when he's missing sitters, but because he completed 16 dribbles.
I would not say that Neymar was the best player on the pitch unless he actually I can't say that a player is the best player on the pitch if they don't contribute to their team winning the game. You know, irrespective of who.
But I saw a stream that you were on, and they were saying Neymar is the best because he completed 16 dribbles. I said, these guys ever played football in their life?
Was this on HH's Hangout?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Completed 16 dribbles. So and you're the best. Oh my!
That was probably what's his name? That was probably Studge. Probably Studge is a Neymar fanboy. So I don't get let Neymar off that easy. Anyway, let's quickly just sound off. Beefbully says, "What's Beefbully? Red Devil Studio. Shout out to your Beefbully. What's his Champions League draw is kind of not easy. RP Leipzig, Paris Saint-Germain, as JD's been saying." And Hanif says, great United fan podcast, good vibes. By the way, I'm still enjoying Sound of Champions League. I'm 120 minutes, take it or leave it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying it because I've really had enough of it, to be honest.
Can I say something about RP Leipzig?
Yeah, go on, Chief.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I want to say about RB Leipzig. I really think, and this is my thing, I really think they can cause some problems in the Champions League this season. I think they're dark horses. I really think they're dark horses. They got a guy from Zagreb.
How can they be dark horses on BD Core? They just made the semifinals.
No. So,
you think those
you know why I'm saying they're dark horses? They're dark horses?
No, we are trying to wait.
Okay, the reason why I'm saying that is there's other teams who could also make it. I see it to be Chelsea, Atletico, PSG, and then one more team. That's why I'm saying Leipzig possibly might be that team and also go to Champions League semis. But they can cause a lot of problems. And they got this guy from Zagreb called Givadayo or something like that. And then they have Sorloth. They have Sorloth from RB, came from Trabzonspor, and they brought in Benjamin Henriks. He's a really astute.
BD I know your statistics.
I think Leipzig. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but sometimes BD Core, not because you're looking on some statistical sheets, means these guys will actually work out on the teams. Teams come with chemistry. And BD Core, remember I played football at an elite level. So I know that what you're talking about, just coming on a field, acting like you're going to make numbers up, mean you're going to get any success. I gave the team a chance to qualify or go through. That means they're not dark horse. In Manchester United, making through this group would have been a more dark horse than Leipzig, because everyone picked Leipzig to go through. That is the actual not definition of dark horse.
Oh, okay. All right. What I mean is they can get to the semis, but what I'm saying is they have more depth than United. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but BD that's why we didn't have an argument on it, because that's why they are second and first in the group and not Manchester United.
Okay. I'm just saying that I'm really excited.
Round off.
I'm just saying that this Leipzig team, I'm very excited to see them this season. And I think they'll cause a lot of problems in the Champions League. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, right. So finally, before we round off, I'm just going through to just quickly give me like who your team is. So you round off. Sorry, just gone. Who wins the Champions League? So, JD, who do you think will win the Champions League, and a quick reason why?
I am going for Manchester City yet again. I think because of the constant failures and because the pressure is off their backs in the Premier League, they can actually target the Champions League this season. You tell me to give me my reason, and that's my reason.
JD,
I don't want to go hard on Pep. I beg.
It's just.
This
Need to go hard on Pep. There'll be time. But JD, I mean, I'm glad you.
No, you said I should, bro. You said I should give you my answer. If you said I should give you 2-3 clubs, I can definitely give you 2-3 clubs because Bayern. Look, Bayern. I would go for Bayern first. The reason why I would go for Bayern first, they had experience on their side, and they added Leroy Sané, which I think is the best traditional winger in the game. If you played football at any level, there is no player on planet Earth now in football, elite level, that can match with Leroy Sané, natural talent. It's just because Pep, with his dumbass self, he just can't get on with people that has any type of attitude. He doesn't realize when he saw a special gem, he should just keep him. Believe me, Leroy Sané would make Bayern the favorites yet again. And then City after, whether or not you want to agree with it.
Abdullahi, who do you think is going to win the Champions League?
I have 2 teams that I believe is going to win the Champions League. My first team is Atletico de Madrid, because these guys they've been written off a lot, and now I think they are yet to win it now. Diego Simeone has a plan of winning the Champions League. He knows I don't need to attack them. I just need to defend and win the Champions League. So for me, Atletico de Madrid have a fair chance of winning the UCL because they have that experience and they've done it before. Atletico Madrid for me. So I think my second guess to win the Champions League will go for Bayern Munich because they are the defending champion. So I'll give them that edge of winning it. Like they have that edge of winning it. For me, Atletico Madrid first, and then Bayern Munich second because they have the edge for me to win it. For me, so that's my 2 pick for me to. If I have to pick, I'll pick Atletico Madrid first, and also I'm gonna pick Bayern Munich for me.
BD Core, round us off. Who's your pick to win the Champions League?
Ooh, this question is interesting. You know, I just mentioned this. I think, and I'll just, before I even talk about the people to win it, I think I'm going to say this. It's mainly about who has luck on their side, who has a really good back line, and how have you kept a lot of these world-class players, have you kept them at bay? Like, have you kept them in the team in order for you to win the Champions League? You understand what I'm trying to say? Have you not lost any big stars in the Champions League for the Champions League? I think I'm gonna go for PSG. Okay. I think PSG is number 1.
PSG and then the Man City, but fair enough.
PSG, because they've only lost one of their stars. They haven't lost all of their stars. You understand what I'm trying to say? They still have a good back line. They still have a great manager, and they still have a good attack and a very good midfield, So I'm going to pick them there. Can I also mention who's not going to win the Champions League?
Who's not going to win the Champions League?
You want me to also mention that? Okay, so it's going to be...
Okay. Well, obviously the majority is win the Champions League, so, but, but by all means, go on, BD.
Yeah, so Barcelona, number 1. They're not winning no Champions League. Number 2, Man City.
Dortmund not winning the Champions League because that's probably there because Favre isn't winning the Champions League.
No. Number 2, Man City. Man City's not winning it. Man City's not winning Champions League. Number 3, Dortmund. We're not winning no Champions League. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I'll be real. There's no way we're winning the Champions League now with this manager. We have good depth, we have good first team, but nah, I'm sorry, man. No, this manager. Number 4, you know something? Number 4 is gonna be Bayern. Bayern's not winning the Champions League.
They're the defending
You know
champion.
that.
They win it before. Why did you say Bayern will not win
They're
it?
not. Bayern's not
They are the
winning.
defending champion.
Bayern is playing like Liverpool from last season, bro.
No, I think
they're not winning.
there's a lot of connection issues there. Sorry. Anyway, let me just round off, guys. Thanks to everyone who's been watching.
Oh, sorry.
Really appreciate it.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you, BD. We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just rounding off. I'm rounding off.
Oh, you're rounding off. Oh, all right.
I'm rounding off. Yeah. This is good. It's going as well. Thanks everyone for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much to JD, Abdullahi, BD Core, and everyone else who was on. I appreciate everyone also who got involved in the comments. Draco, Ksai, Beef Bully, Hansi, and the like, Hala Madrid as well. Really appreciate it and everything that you guys have done to contribute to making this stream really good. Stay tuned. We'll hopefully be back on Friday and then some. Have a nice evening, guys, and cheers.